gameplay analysis, I decided to pick Marvel Avengers. Marvel Avengers is a live service game that. Hold on. Um, This is very loud, actually. Let's put the music down a little bit. It's so crazy. Another one. Yeah, four, four. Alright, good. Okay, so. Alright. It's a live service game. I'm pretty sure it got brought onto with the live service when it published, but it has single player. It has single player mode, multiplayer mode if you're playing with friends, and it also has co-op where you can. I mean, obviously, like I said, you can play with friends. Well, sorry, you can multiplayer the missions either by yourself or with other people, other friends, or you can do a co-op version where you can play with random people. However, I'm pretty sure the multiplayer can only be played with friends. This had a reverse effect, contrary to Fortnite, where Fortnite kind of struggled to start up at first, and then became very, very popular at the end. Marvel Avengers, because of its uniqueness, and first of all, the franchise game, and then also the game style itself, like with the graphics, the skill tree. This, unlike Fortnite, which has like a battle pass, like a season battle pass, this has a character battle pass.
Tony, Thor, what's your status?
Yeah, so there's like missions like this, the campaign, which is like so you can only play by yourself, obviously.
Maybe I should have had a bigger breakfast.
Yeah, so I'm getting distracted. This is gonna be interesting playing and talking at the same time. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so Fortnite failed. I think it was very much like the first of its kind. Apex obviously was a thing, but Fortnite was different to where it was. Apex is first person, Fortnite is third person, and then they had a lot going on, or a lot more promised than anything. They had like Save the World, creative, battle royale, and everything like that. And for a longer time, the one was down. Which in this case, this one was very promising because we were like when you hear about the Marvel Avengers game, we were excited about all the potentials. We were given like so many characters to look forward to, and I'll explain that later on how they very undersold that part.
Those guns are shielded.
But,
I'll get Commander Hill on the line.
yeah, so some live service games survive because there's like a lot of content in it that you can do. They're built with trust, like I said. A lot of the things that we were told didn't happen. There were so many people that were supposed to come on, or not so many people, so many characters we were supposed to unlock, so many different playstyles, and yet nothing of that came true. And not to say that they lied, but it's just everything that they promised just under-delivered, if that makes sense. Live service games also survive because they listen to feedback given to their players. A lot of what people were saying either in the Reddit or even in the community chats that were made by the company itself was really not being paid attention to. And some live service games failed, like Gotham Knights is not really considered a live service, but it has very similar properties to that. They failed because oftentimes the gameplay, like when you first start off, obviously every game will look nice to you, but for a game to be actually good, it has to have longevity in it. And if it doesn't, it's just not pointless to say, but it gets boring, so there's nothing for people to play afterwards.
Gotta admit, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah. And so, let me see what did So, Marvel Avengers would have definitely been better if it wasn't a live service thing. There is too much to do here. Like, you can choose your own characters. There's a lot of skins. There's a lot of content to do as a single player, or maybe even a multiplayer game where like you can have up to 4 people on your team. I'm trying to think of a game that actually succeeds doing this. Let me think. Like the Lego games, I feel like the Lego games is a perfect opportunity. If you could play it obviously in the same room, or even if you can add different people, like in the same way that Fortnite had you can have the ability to add PlayStation players. Or sorry, Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is a very great example. You can add players and you can just do your own thing there, and you can collaborate on missions. They even have that system here, but to make it live service was just one of the first bad things. The second thing was that the game, because it was live service and there was so much to worry about with servers and being able to keep that up and everything, they didn't pay attention to what really mattered, which was making sure there was longevity in the game. Besides the main campaign, the game actually got very, very, very repetitive. Any mission you would do was just centered around, I think the same four missions. It was, I think it was like domination, and then you have to recover a package, disable a bomb, or something like that. Like I said, this is a long time ago, so I don't remember. But um, yeah, that's really all that it was to it. And so over time, like if you get bored, obviously the game's been discontinued now. So if you're bored, you can always pick it up to play it, and it's fun that way. But there is no longevity in having downloaded like other games and thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna hop on and have a different experience." It's actually, the more it got repetitive, no matter what difficulty you were playing, or if you were even at a level, it was still just easy to play, which provided no challenge, and you were just killing time. Um, what's the core focus of live service? I think the core focus of live service is that, you know, it has longevity in it. There's so much that you can do with it. Um, like with Fortnite, for instance, Fortnite is a game that, in my honest opinion, should have died so long ago. But with all these collabs that they're having and just how much you can still do and how much they keep updating it, like you can hold people's attention. Like it's new content flowing in. Whether, like I say, Avengers is the best way I can explain it. Not Avengers, sorry, Fortnite. Fortnite has the battle royale mode. You have the creative. There's people making the game, right? So you can do different things with it. Like you would never, you can get on Fortnite and say, what am I doing today? And it's actually fun for you. Or you can get on with your friends and do multiple things. In this game, you literally, if you weren't playing the little missions over and over and over again, that was it. There is no ranked mode. There is no competitive. Like, you can versus your friends if you wanted to. But, like, is what I'm trying to say. Um, it was just very, not, I don't want to say boring. Like, if you want to mindlessly play a game, you can definitely do that with this game. But if you're looking to have fun, or something different every day, this was not the game for that. You know? Which is not to say they did anything wrong. They definitely just were trying too much to be like other games. For instance, the battle pass for characters individually never made sense to me. Like, you would have to... And another thing... Oh, sorry, I'm really scrambling on it over here. They were very... Like... They were very money grabby. Like, a lot of it... And the crazy part is, whatever they were money grabby about was not even good or worth it. I got through this game not putting a single dollar towards it, and I ended up getting all this games. I mean, regardless, because they probably got shut down. But that's how bad it was. Like, they shut down to where, I'm pretty sure, if you bought any skins and they ended the game, they gave you a refund. I might be making that part up. I really hope I'm not. But, yeah. Let me see. Why did it... Yeah. So... Like I said, if you don't listen to your community base of people who are telling you how to make the game, if you are not listening to people who are telling you how to make the game, then how do you expect to keep a, a client base, I guess, who are telling you that, oh, this is a worthy game to play? Matter of fact, they were ignoring it every single time, actually, when people gave suggestions as to, like, bringing more people to fight, because all you had to fight here was robots, maybe some people. Do you know how many people you can draw from? When it comes to Marvel, you have AIM, you have Hydra, you have Ultron bots, the Gamma Monster, so many other things, and yet the only thing you were fighting was every time were like soldiers like these, and then AIM bots, and like 4 locations. When Marvel is synonymous for the amount of locations that they have, but that was really essentially the failure of it. When you look up like Reddit or why did Marvel Avengers fail, it's because it was just repetitive and everything like that, and nothing like that. Actually, it was just simply that it was repetitive. But yeah, that concludes my gameplay. I hope this is enough. I feel like I was rambling a lot and I wasn't saying much, and I definitely was scatterbrained. Um, but yeah, all in all, this has been one of my favorite games to play. Or when it first came out, I will say that it had a lot to. They gave us more characters, and also that's another thing. The last thing I like, when they first came out, they promised us so many characters, but the problem with what they did was they added Hawkeye, which was the original Hawkeye, and then they added Kate Bishop, who was a different Hawkeye. But her kit is completely different in the comics. However, it was just like if you played Hawkeye and my friend played Hawkeye, you were playing the same people twice over, except the gender and I guess history. The kit will be like slightly different, but that's it. And then they added Thor, Jane Foster, which we already had one Thor, and I will say I enjoy playing her more because her kit is a little different. So it's basically just Thor's kit, but more expanded, and it's a lot cooler. Or not cooler even. It's just they took what he had and added maybe 3 or 2 new moves, and that's it. They added Black Panther, which was a completely new character, obviously, so his kit and everything was different. But they added Winter Soldier as the last character before the game shut down, which was the craziest thing to see because they used, mind you, sure, Winter Soldier is related to Captain America, obviously that's the history, but their kits are so much different than they made it. But yet, everything about Winter Soldier is just Captain America without a shield and with an AK. That was the final straw for everyone. They're like, well, we don't want to have this character because it was just Captain America with a gun when he should be having completely different things. But yeah, that concludes the end of my play analysis. I hope you enjoyed, and I would love to hear any of your opinions if you have played the game or if you've done any research on it. Bye.
Cap, what's going on?